Scorpio, welcome. I hope you guys are well. This is going to be a look at June for you guys. Thank you guys for liking, commenting, subscribing, all the support. I really, really appreciate it. We need these likes to go up, y'all. So, God help me get clear, precise messages. Block interferences and negativity. Return it to where it belongs. Thank you so much. I'm going to start out with fireflies because I've been seeing a lot of them. My child caught one and I was like, no. Which is crazy because whenever I was a kid, we used to catch fireflies, squish them, rub the guts all over us, glow in the dark, and never thought about it again. But for some reason, when he caught this one, I was like, no. Like, he caught a moth recently and it laid eggs and he just like watches. He's a very scientific kid. But when he caught the firefly, I was like, no, absolutely not. We gotta let it go. So fireflies alone can represent hope, guidance, love in a lot of cultures, change, and the tiny things, the tiniest of things, meaning the most, right? As June starts out, your 9th house is going to be activated all month long, as well as your 8th house. But your 9th house is really going to be activated until August 3rd, and Mercury is also in Cancer. Mercury will be going retrograde June 29th to July 23rd, so watch out for that. But right now is a good time for you to be saying yes to anything adventurous, especially specifically during this 10-week cycle. A change of scenery could really not only recharge you, but pull you out of any emotional ruts that you might be in right now. You could have a strong desire for change, but Mercury squaring Neptune specifically just this last 48 hours can definitely have some snags or make you feel stuck. The sun in Gemini activating your 8th house. You could also have a strong urge to merge until June 21st. So 8th house energy, bonds, joining forces, joint ventures, joint finances, sharing, shared home, shared resources. But this is also your sexy season because of 8th house energy. June 14th, we have the Gemini new moon. This is the second super moon in a rare 3-part series. A lot of my Scorpios are going to have major breakthroughs in investments, partnerships, and exploration. Mars is in Taurus in your 7th house until June 28th. You need to be using this Mars energy to build stronger bonds rather than using that energy for battles. The 19th, Chiron will head into Taurus. This is going to be a 3-month preview of what's to come 2027 to 2034. Chiron has been having you heal your 6th house energy of work and health and habits, but now Chiron is moving into your 7th house. So this is going to force you to heal your relationships. The 21st, the sun heads into Cancer. It's almost like the beginning of the month. A lot of my Scorpios are going to be very private, intimate, kind of chill, slowed down. Some of you may even need to take a rest. And then the end of June, there's going to be a surge of energy, a ton of boosts coming in towards you. So the sun will head into Cancer the 21st, again activating your 9th house. And this is happening just in time for summer solstice and Father's Day. This could have you reflecting on family traditions, especially with the other planets that are coming in just a minute. And if you don't have any, this is like a reminder that you need some. Your previous reads have been all about you creating your own family tree, your own family legacy. And then the very last day of the month is another huge surge. The The 13th, we have Venus in Leo in your 10th house. This is going to transform your work. June 30th, your career could climb to new heights, especially with Jupiter heading into Leo in your 10th house for the next 13 months. The universe is like offering you a spot in the spotlight when it comes to your work. With Mercury retrograde in Cancer, though, avoid rushing any commitments for the next 3 weeks. June is encouraging you to dive deep into researching some type of an obsession. An investment or legal matter could definitely be on the menu for some of my Scorpios this month. 8th house rules spirituality, so my Scorpios could be hit with mystical moments and things happening that you can't quite explain. Uranus in Gemini for the next 7 years, and this Uranus just went into Gemini at the tail end of this past April, but with it being in Gemini for the next 7 years, again, revolutions in relationships, wealth, and your life's landscape. Uranus energy is like tsunami energy. It's like a shakeup of everything underneath before you really notice, and then when it hits and when everything comes to the surface, it's not a subtle energy at all. It's a big boom. This could also be shaking up emotions, memories, and unconscious patterns. But what happens when these unconscious patterns are brought to your attention is you become aware of them, and you can turn this into power and courage. Someone could also prove to be a trustworthy ally that maybe you have kind of considered as a monster under the bed. The 14th, we have the new moon. This is going to be bringing a kind of a new chapter to your closest bonds. Joint business ventures and power coupling are going to be main focus for the remainder of June. Supermoon style as well. This is a really good time for you to build lasting wealth. June 19th, Chiron in Taurus. This is the first time that Chiron's been in Taurus since 1983. This is going to shine light on areas of your life that need healed from deep wounds and old patterns. Plan for moments of vulnerability and have the courage to transform this pain into wisdom. This is also going to have you asking yourself what is really valuable to you. The 21st, we have a burst of optimism whenever the sun heads into Cancer. This is going to, again, give you another urge to explore, get out, change your scenery. If you're stuck at home, this is exploration of the mind. Just make sure to double check any travel plans that you have, because Mercury retrograde is bound to throw in some, curveballs. But don't let that stop you from getting out and exploring and traveling. I know some of us have like Mercury retrograde PTSD, and so it stops us from doing a lot of things when it's retrograde, but I don't think this is a good time to think like that. The 29th, make sure to open your mind up and be open to wandering. The 29th, we have the Capricorn full moon. This is a third huge boost. Clarification or an idea that you had back in January could come into alignment around the 29th. Capricorn rules the third house of community. Let people around you know that you value their input. This only helps your work. Around the 29th, though, you do need to press pause. The Mercury needs you to slow it down, stop, and regroup. Be careful of misunderstandings around the end of the month. And then June 30th, Jupiter ends its 1-year cycle in Cancer and enters Leo. This is extremely important for me because I've already seen it. I'm already feeling it. I'm already remembering it. But Jupiter heading into Leo, this is the first time this has happened since 2015. Do you remember? Do you remember 2015? Because I do. But this is going to be heading you into a bigger league where more really is more. In your 10th house, career, ambition, prestige, peaking, and Jupiter pouring miracle grow on your goals. Just make sure that you watch out for burnout. similar themes of 2015 could definitely resurface. But a lot of my Scorpios are going to look into like your ambitions again, but using other people and partnering up to reach goals and to, you know what I mean, reach things together. This is a 13-month cycle of excitement and a year cycle of professional possibilities. Days to look out for: the 7th, the 9th, the 12th, the 14th, the 16th, the 18th, the 21st, the 27th, and the 30th. Jupiter is already definitely bringing back a ton of flashbacks to me. And I think just because my brain works in timelines and numbers and historically based is my mind. This summer alone, since April, I have been like, why is this reminding me so much of 2015? Why didn't I do this in 2015? Didn't I go through this? Wasn't I listening to this? Wasn't I wearing this in 2015? This is why, Jupiter. Wrapping back around to fireflies. Especially if you're on my side of the world. The reason, I guess, that I had that like, no, don't catch it, don't hurt it, don't let the fireflies be, let it be healthy, let it go. I found out just the other night that they are on the brink of extinction, and our generation may be the last generation to witness fireflies. And I don't know about you guys or any part of the, let me know in the comments if you're in Europe, Africa, Asia, let me know where you are and if you guys get to see fireflies when it's warm outside. They are, you can Google them. They're also called lightning bugs, but they glow this color green, and they come out when it's like dusk and dark, and they love higher grass and higher lawns, but they sparkle lime green, little bursts of lime green lightning, and it's so mystical and magical and beautiful. And I can't imagine a summer evening or a place or time where that doesn't get to exist. So if you want to help this not happen, just like I found out hummingbirds are going extinct as well, this is due to pesticides and humans destroying ecosystems. But what did I do? I went out and bought food, and I have multiple hummingbird feeders, and I just, where I'm at just so happens to have a ton of hummingbirds right now. So I was so happy to see that. And so I think my next venture is going to be doing the exact same for fireflies. So what you can do to save these things from going extinct, you can set aside space in your lawn or in your garden specifically for things to grow and things to get a little wild. Do not use pesticides. I just harvested my first peppers ever that I've ever grown in my life, and I'm even more proud of them because they have no pesticides, no hormones, no GMO, no nothing. They grew from my dirt, from my pot with my hands, and I got to harvest them. But anyway, back to the fireflies. No pesticides. Invest in native plants and have plant beds where just native plants can grow. Turn out lights at nighttime. Another thing that's kind of killing them off is light pollution, because like I said, they come out whenever it's dark. Also, which I feel like is good news for most people, mow less often. And if you are going to mow, leave your grass a little taller than normal, at least for now. It's not going to hurt anything, but leave it a little bit longer, and obviously avoid catching or harming or using anything that can be harmful to these lightning bugs, fireflies. So scrolling back in my camera a few minutes ago, I wanted to delete some things, make some space for things, and get ready to film. And then I totally forgot. I've been meaning to talk to you guys about the Grabovoi codes, and these codes that are used to manifest, and they've been used for decades now. And so while I was looking up the Grabovoi codes, this is why I was looking the word up to learn the exact pronunciation, how people use it, but I stumbled across where they came from, and they came from a man named Grigory Grabovoi. You can look up these codes. I found them at the end of April, and they can be used for love, money, wealth, anything in your life, if they're a sequence of numbers, and when you write these down or repeat them or speak them or hang them in front of you every day, it lets off a frequency that brings these things to you. So finding Grigory, a man named Grigory Grabovy, he's the founder of it, a Russian founder of these codes and introducing these codes to people. And he was born November 14th of 1963. So I thought that was extremely interesting that a Scorpio is the one that came up with these numbers and exposed it and shared it with people, how to manifest and use math and vibrations to your benefit. So I thought that was super freaking cool. Okay. It's going to be a free general read for my Scorpio babes. Your first planet to show up is the moon. You also have same shit, different day. You have the supermoon again. Luminosity, intimacy, and hyper-awareness, which the supermoon came out in your last read because we're having 2 supermoons in a row. You also have Leo energy, courageous, regal, and loyal, and Chiron. And for all of these to come out, it goes hand in hand with the astrology messages that I just read to you. Chiron, core wounds, vulnerability, potential through pain. Yeah, this is like a big wave of courage and vulnerability at the same time. I was talking to you guys, there's Pluto, there you are right below the moon. I was talking to you guys about using moon water recently, and with the new moon coming in, I went ahead and did it. I just set a couple bottles of water out under the full moon, and the way that I will use them, people use them for everything, to drink, to cook with, but the way that I think I will use them is, because it was a Sagittarius full moon, that fiery, ambitious like energy, whenever I'm feeling drained or down or just like unmotivated, I will probably use that water because it harnesses the energy of the Sagittarius full moon to give me a little bit of a boost. And you can do the same thing. Even with new moon energy, that's clean slate energy. You could also be dealing with a Leo moon. You have the North Node, Capricorn in the 4th house. You could be dealing with Capricorn energy around you, around your home. So this is fate playing out as well. Specifically around the home. Capricorn does rule status and career, 10th house energy, but home and work and fate. This could be like the beginning stages of where do you want to end up. Your roots and where you end up going. Yeah, this is also like fate in the workplace, is what I'm getting. You have Pluto and water. I feel like both of these are significant. You have Venus. Yeah, Uranus, the Sun, Neptune, all of these things are valid right now. Yeah, there's like a lot of fire and ambition coming into your workplace, and then balance and ambition coming into your relationships. I don't know why I'm getting like somebody could be spying on you, or you and another person could be spying on each other. Could be in the community, a community of some sort. What's going on with Scorpio? I'm hearing, I wish I knew you wanted me. I feel like it's something to do with 2015. Like if you knew now what you knew then. You have full moon, culmination, release, illumination. This full moon could definitely be affecting you. You could be learning to work with the moon. You have sextile, harmony, ease, compatibility. Saturn, discipline, obstacles, boundaries. North Node again. Destiny, purpose, and activation. Yeah. Something about 7-year cycles and 13-year cycles, and you being at the beginning of them. And you have, yep, look at that. What the hell? Ascendant and descendant at the same time. You have appearance, first impression, mask. And then splitting the deck, you have descendant. What the fuck? This is crazy. Descendant, attraction, relationships, partnerships, and 8th house energy of metamorphosis, death, and rebirth, which is what you're in right now. Very in your element. There could be something about using polar energy to your advantage. And I love when shit like that happens. Wow. Attraction, relationships, and partnerships, yeah, and metamorphosis, death and rebirth, yes. Specifically around like the 21st is what I'm getting. Something could be changing. Also in your pre-shuffle, I was getting something about a masculine figure being blocked due to drama. I'm also growing my very first moon flowers. They bloom under the moon, and I've never had them before, but I've been obsessed with them for a couple years now, and I could not find them anywhere at any of the nurseries and plant shops I went to. I could not find them anywhere. It just so happened that an old friend that is a Gemini, it's her birthday today, I met her at a metaphysical store years ago when I was at my lowest, when I very first started this channel, and she was so familiar. It was like she was a relative of mine that we had just been misplaced all our lives, but we knew each other. So I would go back and see her, and years later we still talk, and she left me some baby moonflower plants outside her home about a month ago, and I just went and picked them up, and I've been taking care of them ever since, and I'm so excited for them to flower. They're these white blooms, and they are just gorgeous. So you could be super into working with the moon right now as well. All right. What's going on for Scorpio? What's going on, Scorpio? Okay, new moon in Gemini, which is coming in 7 days. Communication is key. Damn, we got the new moon again here. A new start is coming. I may make some new moon water too. I'm gonna have to label these, but we have the new moon in Cancer, which comes in July. You and your loved ones are safe. It's coming in with North Node and 8th house. We have the new moon in Sagittarius. We just had the full moon in Sagittarius. This is a 6-month cycle with the new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. So something from now to December is starting out and could be really important in your life. With the overall energy for you guys being cardinal moon, be bold and make the first move. You also have full moon in Pisces, spirituality and practicality. I feel like this came out for you guys recently, but the energy is moving. You have Aletheia. Okay. What's going on with Scorpio? We have the Lover, which is the season that we're in, Gemini season. Whoa. Aw, look how sweet this is. You have the eternal child. Something could be important right now about you, your family, your children. Somebody could be dealing with a Gemini, a Pisces. You have the kiss and the nectar showing up together. This is very sweet. Yeah, something, you could be starting something with another person. This is very sweet. Even if you're not starting something like romantically, this is again like building some type of bond or an idea, a goal with someone. This could also be you enjoying the simple things, the sweetest things, you know, by yourself in life. Dude. It's coming in. You have the shaman, learning to work, use this energy to your benefit. Somebody could be going to a doctor, getting something taken care of, healing, using healing energy. There's a transformation coming in. Let's see overall energy for Scorpio. You have the womb. Some of you, you could be a parent. The judge is also here with the siren. Somebody could definitely find out they're expecting at this time. Somebody could be going to a doctor. Could be a family doctor, something about pregnancy. Somebody is like healing it. For my feminines, this is like a healing of that area in the body. Learning to work with that energy again, that chakra. Some of you guys are going to be using some type of mystical energy to either plan something or build something for you and your loved ones, you and your family. you could like have an understanding that something is about to start out from the very beginning. Somebody could be going to school or getting interested in going back to school. For my masculines, you could be introduced to a feminine that is like super powerful, and you kind of like understand this powerful feminine energy. Fire element, I desire. Some of you guys have a Gemini that watches out for you, watches over you. What's going on with Scorpio? Yeah. Look at that, air element, Gemini communication, and Gemini communication, we have 4th house. This is your home. Your roots, where something started. You could be getting ready to go back to roots in some kind of way. It's the shaman and luck. Coming in with the shaman and luck. Yeah. We have solar eclipse, a revolution. And with womb, we have 7th house, partnerships. Good for you. This is like learning to work with humans as well. Learning to use connection to survive. Humans are not meant to live and survive alone, especially not generation after generation. This could be friendships, business partnerships. Leo energy is super strong in this read for you guys. Mom. Coming in for Scorpio. Somebody could be getting ready to move in with someone. Yeah, we have new love here. Ooh, I'm telling you, if this isn't a physical pregnancy, look at all this like children and family energy. If this isn't a physical pregnancy, this is like the beginning, the bloom of something. You do have watching you that you need to protect yourself from. This person could be spiritually corrupt. It's coming in with the shaman, the womb, partnerships. Right now, you could be extremely sensitive to taking on other people's energy. Watch out for that, because I feel like the people around you can tell that you're very healing. You have like very healing energy. Just guard your sensitivity. Yeah, we have investigating. We also have bully, stalking, moving in silence. So you could be kind of private, moving privately or quietly, because you know you got haters that watch you, haters that stalk you, bully type energy. around you. For some of you, it may be in your own family. Man, that bully card is just wanting to stick out. Gemini energy, strong. Have unbothered. What's the shaman for Scorpio? Something could be important about a boss, or this is you. All right, for some reason, you need to know that you got people who may not be genuine looking you up. I feel like there's like a tired energy of this. This could also have something to do with the pre-shuffle energy, blocking people out due to drama or, yeah, fake and tricked. Greed. Damn, and gang stalking. So you have multiple energies watching you, keeping tabs on you. Beware of greed, your own greed and greed from others. I'm hearing Woman by Doja Cat. She's a Libra. Some of my Scorpios are definitely going to end up expecting. At the Kangaroo, unsettled times, needing to plan ahead. And Cracked Cup, dissatisfaction with life. I feel like my Scorpios are going to be wanting more. Not in the sense of having more just to have more, but I mean reviewing what you have, taking inventory of what you have accumulated, and reimagining like what is important to you, what means the most to you, and how do you get to that place. Don't be tempted to lower your standards. With Casket, something or someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. You have February and Scissors. That could be of some importance. Disappointment in some affair. The Barrel, feeling something is lacking. With the Skull, hidden secrets can harm you. Why do I feel like somebody is watching you and whatever you're working on, your love, your money, your goals? You have the Knot, unsuccessful plans. This could be another person and what they've gone through as well. The Purse, pay attention to your finances. It's coming in for my Scorpios. The Turkey, someone behaving stupidly. It could have to do with work. You got some work and some irritation coming up. You have the Dogs, getting together with friends. Pay attention if you start seeing any of these animals. You have bread, a prosperity, period of prosperity and abundance. Partnerships and prosperity. Forces working against you with the crown, honor and respect. Yeah, you could feel like you're kind of like just grinding and grinding and grinding, and there's always something working against you. Something against your favor, having to like constantly go uphill. You know what I mean? Try not to get discouraged or burn yourself out. Yeah, some of you guys are getting ready to take a vacation, or you definitely need to. You have a distant friend thinking of you, the second vacation card, and bell, an announcement. Okay, Scorpio, I'm going to leave these here. Meditate on them for a couple minutes. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the tarot. Bye!